we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our feet.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel. It is March 2nd, Sunday, March 2nd. It is episode 60. Yay! All right, that means I can do this math real quick. There's only 305 days left. Let's see if we can keep it going. Today was, it was a day. Let me tell you, we'll get in that in just a moment. But first, a word from our sponsors, and it's the liquid tar known as coffee, brought to you by grocers everywhere. Let's see what it's about. Ooh, that's hot, and it's so good. Yes, it's Sunday. Yesterday was a wonderful day. Oh, wait, we got to do the weather. And this weather brought to you by, I already did that, didn't I? Okay, in Columbus right now is 38 degrees. Highs today is supposed to be 69. Humidity level is a whopping 40%. That ain't bad. And darn, I forgot to look at my mailbag again. There's 3 of them in there. Oh, it's Sunday. We are still in Columbus. Something came up. We'll talk about that. That's going to be today's subject. So if you don't want to hear some car talk, we had a lot of things happened yesterday. There was going to be a coup, so to speak. So the first 30 minutes of work yesterday was an atmosphere that it wasn't light. I'm not going to go into too much details, but yeah, the boys, I seen what they were portraying and what they were doing. One of them wasn't. One of them was trying to do it and still hold the strength to get. Here's what happened. I had a problem in the shop with a tech, and he was getting a little smart. And this is a 27 or 30-year-old kid, probably 27. The 2 advisors, the guys, they were acting very odd and strange and slow and this and that and the other. They kept going around from place to place having these little huddle sessions, like getting somebody else's approval for what they were about to do. The technician in the back got sent home with a write-up. He's to be back on Wednesday. The 2 guys, I got wind of something, and I called Ron, and Ron just, it was Saturday. He showed up for work. He surprised the stew out of him. And let me tell you, as soon as his car was seen coming on the property, the 2 advisors, you would have thought somebody stuck a broomstick up there behind, because they straightened up. They were doing what they were supposed to do. So what they were doing was they were making a statement and not doing their job. And that just didn't work out too well. They turned in the notice. Both of them. They're both going to another dealership. They're going into another dealership in another state, which is right across the river. It's only about 30-40 minutes away. Advisor number 2, he can pretty much go anywhere. He didn't have to go. He did not have to go. That's a fact. In fact, his job is still open. If he decides to come back and we got an opening, and we would take him. Now, Advisor 1, He's done burnt every bridge in Columbus, and can't. And he's blacklisted in most places. Now, if you're his friend and you're following him, you got to know something is up. But maybe he don't know that fact. I don't know. But it was like these three people just, I don't know. They were on a mission, but they turned in a 2 weeks notice, and they were allowed to work the day. And Ron had a conversation with him at the end of the day. And yeah, their notice was declined. They could pack their stuff and leave that moment. Because one of them was a liability. He got the 124 in the night before. And then another one, a third one, called in. The only thing he didn't call into was the proper person. So Monday he's getting a write-up. Everybody's straightened up. Right, look, I didn't straighten up. Noah didn't straighten up. Avio didn't straighten up. We just kept doing what we were normally doing. Because we do the right thing when nobody's watching. Everybody else in this dealership straightened up and was just, oh man, I did not see. Up until that moment, I didn't know. Well, I may have had a moment, a time or two, but it's forgotten. But until that moment, I didn't know just what Ron's presence does for that place. It's amazing. Let's be real. If you're in a place and you're doing the right thing all the time, when the boss comes in, you shouldn't have to straighten up, perk up, and all that stuff. That was 4 people. That was each department that he's over. It's the service drive, the advisors, the drive, and the shop. Tech from the shop, porter from the drive, and 2 advisors. It's on the 10th, so it ain't gonna be too bad. I'm probably gonna have to do some Mondays again, but it's okay. It's a short-term deal. We will get straight on it about 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock, about 9 o'clock. And he just... Noah got promoted to a service advisor or express advisor in all this. I talked to Ron as soon as he said, no, we're not going to take their notice. I said, well, Noah needs to be activated Monday. And he was like, okay, make it happen. And so Noah got his first, he got his first promotion. Amongst all this, he's going to have a login code Monday, and he is on to his start of his actual career. So he's going to be a service advisor, at least right now, and he's already doing some things and doing it well, and he's about to expand that, and good for him, and just good for him. Now they leave a lot of tension on that, because let's face it, Noah, and the girls, the biggest thing is, and I know this shouldn't be this way, but if somebody's not doing their job and it's plain point blank and in front of everybody, then part of your focus is on that job and that person and them not getting their job done, so these 3 things are eliminated, so that creates a quietness, because now you eliminated things everybody was talking about. Are us people with integrity, character, and work ethic. Rod's about to explode in the back. It's coming. I imagine it's going to do this week, because I was talking with Ron and I was saying, it's like we got baseball. We got the 5th inning. It's the bottom of the 5th. It's the top of the 5th. And we got bases loaded for the first time in the game. There's only 7 innings. And we're in the middle, we're in the middle of the lineup, and there's no outs. You got your boot on their throat. You got momentum. It's time to lay the hammer down. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Since I've showed up here, at least a transfer of about a dozen people has taken place. And when I mean transfer, I mean gone for one reason or another. And they were always targeted. It was always a conversation of this one needs to go, that one needs to go. And in time, they've gone. Just not as quick as I would like, but they're gone. It's going to be a different shop come Monday. I almost don't want to be there because it was very stressful. Let me tell you, that was those that know me real well, I'm talking about really, really well, and not even those in my immediate circle know certain things about me, but these people at work know. When I get upset now, I get upset. I get upset to my gut. You know, I go tensing up like I'm about to go in battle or something, and I stay tense. My body just constricts. And then it goes into my voice, and it just... And the way I deal with it is I just rant, and I go through it, and... Because the other alternative is me lashing out and losing it. And I don't want to do that. I don't want people to think that that's me. It's part of me. It's what I'm capable of doing. But it used to not be like that. I used to be able to contain myself within a situation. And yeah, it's not like that no more. And I had somebody tell me, said, well, you knew what you were going into. You took on the response. No, I did not. I'm going to rephrase. I'm going to reiterate what I said. When I walked in this place, I told him I did not want to lead. I wanted to follow. God, this wild hair is getting on my nerves. Yeah, this is a rant. You can turn it off if you want to. But I've got to get this out. So tomorrow I can talk about something else because this is on my mind. I'm not bothering Ron. I just got to get it out. So tag, y'all are it. Y'all are just it. And my blood pressure goes up. My face gets red. You could tell my insides I'm just boiling over. I'm talking about my face is red. Like that can up there, right there. That shade of red. I'm not screaming. I'm not hollering. I may be a little animated, but I'm constricting myself because my muscles and everything are tightening and it's getting red. I'm breathing. It was just not a good situation. And it frustrated me that these people were walking around, laughing, joking, cutting up, having three-way conversations or four-way conversations with everybody. And I'm sitting there on the drive, but it was a beautiful thing. When Ron walked up, he kind of walked. He was walking across the parking lot. I was coming out of the shop to go to the front, and I just stopped in my tracks. I'm like, good morning. He said, good morning. And just walked right past me into the shop, and lo and behold, everything straightened out. And it shouldn't have been. Could be a good place to work. It's a good facility. We have an air-conditioned and heated shop. That right there is not everywhere in Columbus. You can deal with some stuff when you got an air-conditioned shop. That's primo. A technician in an air-conditioned shop, shoot, man. Most of them are in a shop that's not even insulated, and the doors open and fans going, and it's uncomfortable, and temperatures rise. And you know, I'm going to admit, I've got to calm down. I have got to calm down. But I'm only getting upset because things are not working the way they're supposed to work. These people just don't get it. And it frustrates me. But I shouldn't let it get to me, and I really shouldn't. I shouldn't. It's going to be a new shop. It is going to be a new shop. Noah's going to come in tomorrow with the biggest grin on his face. He's going to be cleaned up. He turned his hat around the moment. This is what the boy's been wanting, and I know what it feels like. I can imagine, because when I got moved up from, he bless his heart, let him have it. He deserves it. If any, now the girls got what they wanted to do. Now they have no more to chatter about because the problems are gone. It's out of their sight. You got what you wanted. Move on. Let's do some business. Let's hire some more people. Let's interview them, vet them. Because I talked to Ron. I said, look, they need to be involved in interviewing this person if you pick one or get it down, because we need the continuity. We need everybody to be working together. And if there's a problem, and you know, I'm going to tell you too, and I told him, they have come across a lot more people and their memories are a lot more sharper, and they can tell you, oh, no, I worked with that guy. He wasn't it. He will. Tomorrow's going to be a new day at the Nissan dealership. We've got everything in works. I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't think it's going to happen, but I tell you right now, if they pull the plug on Ron, I am going to change jobs. And if history serves me correctly, when I turn in my notice, there's going to be a group of people that are going to do the same, just out of principle. There'll be one that leaves, that stays, I predict, just because he, you know, but that's not, they don't need to have that. For the first time, we've got a stable service drive. That thing hasn't ever happened in this dealership once. I am about to have a year underneath my belt. That hasn't happened in this dealership once. I will pack up stakes and move on. And I know of at least 2 people that will do the same. And then the place will go back to what it was, and it will remain what it is. That was devastating. That was devastating. Very bad, because you got, you know, as an advisor, when you turn in a notice, you got to be ready to leave. Because you, especially if your CSI is crappy or sketchy, because the dealership can't afford it. They can't afford to hit on you. That is worth more than the money you put on the books. No doubt. I hope you enjoyed the pictures before and after the video. Those are, I'm pulling photos out of my photography page on Facebook, Roy Johnson's Photography. You can look me up there. That's another thing that's going to happen this year. I am going to pick up my camera. I am going to pick up my camera. People have gotten excited when they heard about me and my camera and my abilities, so I don't know. It's a mental block I got to go through. But anyhow, everybody have a great Sunday. Enjoy yourself. Make a difference in somebody's life. Treat them with kindness. You don't know what anybody's going through. And just think, I'm sitting here, I've talked about these 4 people that their lives were affected. And even though I see what happened and why it happened, I still have compassion for them, because I would not want to go through what they're going through. I really wouldn't. Not that I would be myself in that situation to begin with. But either way, everybody call your mom. It's NASCAR. I guess I can start doing some NASCAR. I think they were at Atlanta last week. I don't know where they're at this week. I'll tell you tomorrow. Y'all have fun. Have a great day. Call your mom. Thanks for stopping by. And we'll holler at you tomorrow.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.